All right, folks, we've got ourselves a mystery wrapped in an enigma. This is a 2019 Chevy Equinox. The air conditioning doesn't work, which seems simple enough. But here at the Wes Work Bermuda Triangle of automotive repair, nothing's ever that simple. Don't let this fancy green paint fool you. It's hiding some treachery. Normally, AC leaks are small and slow, and it's kind of hard to find them. But that's not the case here. It looks like somebody murdered a UV dye pack on the bottom side of the engine. You can see the splash shield. It was actually dripping PAG oil on the floor. So it had a major rupture. And what has happened is the posts here that slide in the top of the radiator and fit in the upper radiator mounts, one of them is broken. The other one was missing. I found it laying in the bottom. And the whole radiator has shifted back. And it's actually pushed the fan shroud into this AC hose and rubbed a hole right through it. There it is. So there's your problem. Now the question is, why did that happen? And the answer is that somebody's been here before. This car has been hit in the front end. I'm sure of it. The signs are everywhere. Got poor fit here. We're missing a bolt in the headlight. It's got this film here. Must be a new headlight. More film here on this marker light. The lens is already cracked. The paint isn't very good. Lots of orange peel. The panel gap here between the fender and the door isn't very good. This panel's not even shaped right. See how it doesn't fit the contour of that molding? And the fender actually sits proud of the A-pillar. So probably an aftermarket part would be my guess. That's more like how it should look. Now don't get too bent out of shape about the bumper paint not matching the fender. That's pretty standard for GMs. But yeah, somebody's done some shoddy work up here in the front end. And actually the mounts for the radiator on the bottom are also broken. So unfortunately, we've got to pull the whole front end off this car in order to get to that. The other problem is with the parts. So I ordered 4 new plastic studs for the radiator. That's okay. This right here is supposed to be the AC hose. And if you're thinking that box looks a little bit small, you're on the right track. This is the right part number. But inside the box is this gizmo. Does anybody even know what that is? It looks like a DEF pump, maybe. I don't know. Don't know how it found its way in this box or how this box found that label, but that's not going to work. The rest are all missing. That's the wrong one. Well, folks, if you were looking for good news, you came to the wrong place. This is a hatchet job like I've never seen. We've got major damage all over the front end of this car. So they whacked her pretty good there. Didn't bother to fix it. This foam piece here is held on with some masking tape. I saw there's some kind of sensor just hanging out there. Don't know what that is. But the real problem is over here on the passenger side. So the bumper has been shoved in and the frame rail is collapsed, as I'm sure they're designed to do. But the problem for us is that it's pushed the bumper back so far that it's actually pushed the radiator back. Yeah, about 1.5 inches pushed back there. So this mount here is supposed to fit inside that slot there. Ay, ay, ay. Inner fender liner is all torn up. This connector, the lock tab is broken. The intake's broken. Looks like the shutters have been pushed back, of course, because they're bolted to the bumper. Yeah, this is not good. I can't fix this. It's got to go to a body shop. I'm not even sure they can fix it. I mean, I don't know that much about body work. If they can replace that frame rail or they can pull it out and straighten it, I really don't know. And then look at this. This is brutal. Look at the Equinox label there. It's not even close. You can actually still see the old sticky tape from where it was attached before. They didn't even clean it off when they painted the door. What's rolling around inside of there? Doesn't matter. What do you know? It's actually an AC hose. So I'm going to run that up to the body shop. They're going to install it for me. I guess they've got it all stripped down and it would be a real easy job for them right now. Don't worry, Max. I'll work around you. We'll talk about that later. It's been a couple weeks and the Equinox is back. Body shop in town worked their magic. They replaced that frame rail. They moved the radiator back out where it should be and installed the new mounts. That looks good. They also installed that new hose for me. So all we have to do is recharge the AC. This is the new 1234YF. So we're going to try out a new tool. This is a 1234YF AC machine. It's actually the first time I've used it. So for some reason the 1234 machines don't have built-in oil injection. So I bought this fancy oil injector. I'd like to do it now, but it seems like that low pressure port is at the bottom, kind of at a low point in the system. I don't want it to just suck all the oil back out through the vacuum pump.
What is it?
1234YF. Yep, sure was. I believe it does. Well, that was not very helpful. So it looks like what it does is it puts in a small charge, then it wants you to check the evaporators for leaks using a sniffer. I have no reason to believe the evaporators are leaking on this guy. Hands running. Feels cool-ish. Yeah, that was pretty uneventful. Thought it was going to be some kind of weird process. It appears to be working. Alright, we're putting her back outside. The story has a happy ending. I wasn't so sure when we first pulled it apart. It's probably got a bad blind spot detection module, like every GM. They do not survive in our climate. Tight fit. Be careful, we don't want to send it back to the body shop. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. I don't know what else to say about it. Buyer beware, I guess. Yeah, cost her some money, but at least it has a happy ending.